America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready, black 22. Mike is 59. We go even.
Andre Ellington, his first carry. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
And a Buccaneer first down.
Ready.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Peyton Barber. He led them in rushing a season ago. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Ready, black 25.
54. Check.
Now on 2nd and 13. Winston. Left side here. That's complete to Godwin. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Winston now from the 50. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Off the edge, Mario Addison gets the sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And it's knocked away and incomplete. That was Dante Jackson, the one who got a hand in to knock it away.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10.
What we got?
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46.
That's good for the Panthers. First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. 780. 54. Mike, 54. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Now Ellington. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. Play fake. Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. From the gun, Winston. That is caught. It's Perriman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Lucas Richie LOL.
First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Working out of the gun, Winston. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucks. Mike Evans, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now it's Newton. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 32 on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go, dude. Let's go. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Four down, four down.
Gun, gun.
45, 45, 45, Mike, 45. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it.
On 1st and 10, Newton. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
So we'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 9 at the 30-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Yo, 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 yo.
Jameis to throw it. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. Here's Ellington.
Chris Godwin, the former Penn Stater, should see an increase in action and production in 2019 with Adam Humphries and Deshaun Jackson gone from the team. 842 yards in 2018, second only to Mike Evans on the Buccaneers.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. That's caught out left by Perriman. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 38-yard line.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Tampa Bay.
Ready?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Double tight. Let's go now.
To throw is Winston. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
And with the Buccaneers' new coaching staff, you have to figure they're going to want to use O.J. Howard a little bit more this season. 34 catches, 565 yards last year, but that was in only 10 games. 6'6", 251, and can run. Find a way to get him the ball as they just did there.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Here we go. Here we go.
Ready? Shoot ready.
59.
Here we go. Here we go. Let's go.
On play action, Winston. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Winston now going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their effort.
Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go one more. 54.
This is McCaffrey. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Levante David, the Bucs leading tackler, 6 of the last 7 years in there to make the stop.
At the 33-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
So don't say nothing.
Back to throw, Newton. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie linebacker from LSU, Devin White. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Peyton Barber, a surprise workhorse for the Buccaneers in 2018. I don't think they expected him to have 234 carries, but he certainly felt like he could carry the load and just carried it there for a nice gain.
Ready. Mike is 50.
First down, Winston. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A very solid gain of 27. Jameis now on first down. He's got the first down inside the 10. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They come out here in the I. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Barber. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Peyton Barber, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. Greg Olsen, nobody ahead of him. Touchdown, Carolina. Cam Newton with his third touchdown pass of this first half as his guys are able to regain the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. Remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Evans has it left side. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Final play of the half here, Winston. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
A loss of 2 brings up second and 12 at the 23-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4.
Great.
Get him.
Hey, 1 set. Check Mike. 50.
Off.
Mike 54. And what?
Newton now to throw. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Here's Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the rookie linebacker from LSU, Devin White. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Short throw pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Let's go, at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. On second and 15 now. Newton, and down he goes. A Buccaneer sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away.
Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Dontari Poe marches in for the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Open man has got one. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Yeah, Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too. And you saw his legs, tree trunks, sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Winston. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Winston. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on fourth down. Winston sneaking it. And Winston lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. And they're going to hold serve. The defense stops them. And at this stage in the game, touchdown, you're already in the red zone, but boy, you squandered a chance to at least get the field goal there, so no points out of this, and we stay tied.
Very disappointed team. No one more disappointed than the kicker who thought he had a chance to be the hero of the day. All they had to do is trot him out on the field. They didn't even give him the opportunity.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Slam, slam, slam. Back. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Second and 12 at the 49.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Come on, let's go. 8. Right there. 54, Mike.
On second and 12, Newton eluding the pressure right. Quick slant, caught by Moore. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
First down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Out of the gun, Newton. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And they will take a 7-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, for the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. To throw, Winston. toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. And the great veteran Eric Berry back to knock that one away.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
A nice gain of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
Winston. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they topped 30. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Jameis again. Being chased out left. This will be caught just inside the 10. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the completion. It's second and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On second and goal, Winston, and he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Brashad Perriman, his second touchdown on the season, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25.
Watch the slap.
Throwing again. Newton. Flushed out right. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Right there, 54. 54, Mike. It's just me and you. It's just Mike Spot, let it roll.
They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Throwing on second and 8. Newton. Dancing to his left. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Buccaneers have it.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Winston now after the fumble recovery. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. Barber on 1st and 10. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Ready. Black 25. Green, Griffin.
Back to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
He can run for it, and he will. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a fourth down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Gay's kick is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Now it's Newton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
45.
And the blitz does come. Flush to his right. And the throw there going to be incomplete. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
He'll look to throw. And this is caught. He hits more. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Forced out to his left. That's Samuel, caught left side. That one goes for 24 yards. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Hey, here we go. Check 13. Check 13. Gun.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. They'll roll him out right. And some space here. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. They fake the give. Newton. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. One last throw here for Newton. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Past the 20. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? Yeah, you remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.
So for the Buccaneers, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.